Hey folks, happy Friday and welcome to your Friday edition of Up to Speed. As you can see, we've got some guests on the show today. This is a wonderful cutout of my mother. No, I'm not in Chicago, but my mom is here with me in New Jersey in spirit. And thank you to our Up to Speed colleagues for sending me this beautiful cutout. And we are actually going to talk about some of the ways that you can receive a cutout of yourself to send to a loved one, or a cutout of a loved one. There's a great way that you can make that happen, and we will tell you about that later in the show. So I'm like nervous because mom's watching me here. Anyways, all right. So on our Friday edition of Up to Speed, we will start with some amazing 5G news. Customers in two new cities, Akron and Nashville, now have access to the fastest 5G in the world. So Akron and Nashville, welcome to our 5G family. And just a reminder for everyone, by the end of 2020, Verizon 5G ultra wideband will be live in 60, count them, 60 cities. Impressive to say the least. And a quick heads up for our V team, the iPhone 12 mini is now available for employee purchase as well. And for those keeping score, both the mini and the iPhone 12 basic are now open for employees. So yes, lots of great 5G news to celebrate on this Friday. Now, folks, this episode is jam-packed, so we're going to make this one an all-out team effort here. So we've got an all-star cast of colleagues here. We've got Diana Alviar, Jess Bernardi, Andrew Kamika, Chris Sirico. They'll be joining us today. They are my kind of people, and as we continue our Call for Kindness campaign, let's keep supporting the 16,000 frontline V-teamers who keep our stores open and our communities connected. You heard Diego talk about it with Diana on Up to Speed Live yesterday. There is a smile behind this mask, so let's do our part to smile right back. And as we make this call for kindness, we're already seeing quite a few kindness campaign traction on our social media. So thank you all for that. We will continue to track and share as we get closer to the holiday season. As I mentioned, we promised you an all-star cast on Up to Speed. So let's check in with them now. We are going to start with news from our business side. So here to break it all down for us is Diana with your rundown of Verizon business news. Diana, take it away.
Thank you, Andy. Diana Alviar here, and I've got a lot of news coming out of Verizon Business Group, and we are going to start with the biggest news of all that happened yesterday, and it involves Apple. Take a look.
There's never been a more critical time for creating the 21st century infrastructure that will shape our future. 5G technology, the power of the cloud, and mobility, all from Verizon. 5G Edge is the rocket fuel that will drastically accelerate your business outcomes. We are bringing Verizon's 5G ultra wideband indoors.
With the iPhone 12 lineup in Verizon 5G, we see a future of business redefined by amazing experiences and unbounded possibilities.
We're excited to introduce 5G Fleet Swap. Trade in your entire smartphone fleet and upgrade to any iPhone 12 model, which all support Verizon 5G ultra wideband.
Isn't that cool? And part of the news is that we are deploying 5G ultra wideband indoors at General Motors and Honeywell. So what that means is that they're going to be among the first enterprise customers to install Verizon 5G ultra wideband service in their corporate offices, and also an all-electric vehicle assembly plant that's going to be driving vital digital transformation initiatives and innovation. And it doesn't stop there. Verizon Business is bringing 5G ultra wideband service to an innovation hub in Lake Nona, which is a smart community in Orlando, Florida. It is so cool. Check this out. They're going to be testing how 5G can enhance things like connected healthcare and technology, autonomous mobility, smart communities, health and wellness, retail, sports, education, basically name a topic, and we're going to figure out how 5G can enhance it. So really, really awesome things there. Now, of course, it is the busy shopping season. Hard to believe we're less than a week out from Thanksgiving. As you can see, I have my 100% recyclable bag behind me, and a new retail report that we released this week shows that, unsurprisingly, online retail shopping is up 80%. Our Michelle Dupre is going to walk us through it.
We're super excited to be back this year in the 7th annual Verizon Business Retail Trends Report. This year is so different from any other year due to the pandemic. And what we've really learned is that the acceleration of digital engagement happened earlier in the year. It's continuing down that trend starting in the month of November. This is such a critical time for our retail customers as they exceed and make up to 40%, if not more, of their revenues during this critical period. What's even more important is that they have to strike the right balance between that digital engagement with consumers and also ensuring that their physical environment adheres to the safety and the expectations that customers truly want. According to the Verizon Business Retail Trends Report, online retailers are booming. A sample traffic of the top 20 retailers, according to the National Retail Federation, shows an 82% increase in data traffic on the top 20 retailer sites for the first week of November, year over year. In addition, there's 28% increase in data traffic on online payment sites for the first week of November, year over year. People are moving to and around malls 20% less than they did last year during early November. People are also moving to and around malls 59% more than they were when the pandemic restrictions were in the peak in early spring and in the summer of 2020. What this tells us is that consumers are eager to get back to some level of normalcy as they continue to engage with their favorite brands online. But more importantly, is we see an upward trend in engagement in that physical environment based on the statistics of the mall traffic that we see increasing.
And finally, if you want to meet a true hero, make the time to watch Tammy's conversation with Medal of Honor recipient Staff Sergeant Ryan Pitts. They talked about wellness in the workplace and how it affects our veterans. And this is such a vital conversation because they put everything on the line for us, and it's only right that we figure out how to make life better for them as well. All right, that's going to do it for me. Andy, back to you.
Thank you very much, Diana, and congrats to our business team for all the ways we are changing the enterprise landscape across the board. Now, this is our Friday episode, so you can't just work hard, you got to play hard too, which is why our TV show aficionado, Jess Bernardi, and our gaming expert, Andrew Kamika, break down some cool ways Verizon is helping you have fun. Now, by the way, try and see if you can figure out Jess's all-time favorite TV show. Take a look.
Nothing beats cozying up to watch all your favorite shows. And now, thanks to Verizon's next-gen Stream TV, you can find the most exciting movies and shows from your favorite apps all in one place. This Android TV-powered streaming device finds the best on-demand content from top apps like Disney+, Netflix, Hulu, and more, and lets you pick up where you left off or start something fresh. Now that's streaming smart. Verizon's teaming up with Snap Inc. to debut the first ever 5G landmarker lens exclusively for Verizon 5G ultra-wideband customers. The lens uses augmented reality to deliver a musical performance from the Grammy-nominated band Black Pumas at the New York Public Library. For the 5th year in a row, Verizon is sponsoring the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade live stream, and you could be a part of it. For a chance to be featured in Verizon's virtual spotlight during the parade, upload a picture of your family on Twitter using hashtag Verizon Live and hashtag Macy's Parade. And after that big old Thanksgiving dinner comes another one of my favorite days of the year, Black Friday. And Verizon's got some sweeter deals than pumpkin pie. Andrew, what's cooking?
Haven't done any cooking because I've been too busy waiting on this PS5 to come in the mail. But some good news has arrived for Verizon customers. You can get a 5G phone and 12 months of PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus on us. Here's how. Switch to Verizon, trade in an eligible phone, and purchase select devices with a Play More, Do More, or Get More Unlimited plan. You'll get a 5G phone and premium gaming services on us. You can also get PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now if you sign up for a new Fios internet connection online. Then you'll get to stream hundreds of titles and unlock a world of multiplayer action with 5G built for gamers. See the details at Verizon.com. For now, I'll be waiting on my... Oh, wait, there he is.
Thank you, Andrew and Jess. I'm guessing there's probably already a V-Team dedicated PS5 Slack channel. If not, I'm sure Andrew will get that set up shortly. So thank you, Andrew. And if you still need a clue figuring out Jess's favorite show, all I will say is, Jess, Thank you for being a friend. And if you threw a party, actually, Jess throws great parties. One of these days, I'll be able to attend. So thank you, Jess. Okay, so we've covered business news. We've covered consumer news. Let's break down some Verizon Media news now. Now, we wanted to learn about a big new announcement from VMG involving a partnership between Verizon Media and BuzzFeed. Now, this includes the acquisition of HuffPost. I got to spend some time with our VMG leader, Guru, and he was kind enough to help us walk through and understand the partnership and the acquisition. So here's Guru now with the details.
So the partnership actually with BuzzFeed spans across content distribution, advertising monetization, commerce activations, and AR and VR experiences, all powered by 5G. So literally bringing our entire ecosystems together in terms of partner to power and support BuzzFeed's growth as well. So this means that BuzzFeed is engaging with our entire ecosystem, as I just said. And that's a huge testament to the power of our assets, and it will also unlock revenue and engagement opportunities for us. Now, with the acquisition, BuzzFeed and HuffPost were an organic fit from the beginning. In order for HuffPost to succeed in the long term, it required the right business model, the right structure. And when you think about BuzzFeed's vision and strategy, it's very similar to how HuffPost has been leading its way, and their audience is also complementary to each other. So we believe that this deal will drive and bring new energy to the brand and also get them into the growth path more aggressively.
You can find my entire conversation with Guru on VZ Web, and for our Verizon Media teammates, the conversation will be available on the street as well. Thank you very much to Guru and the entire VMG team. Now, it is hard to believe, but on this 20th year of Verizon, we've reached the 20th and final weekly episode of our My Why series, highlighting the Verizon journeys of dynamic and diverse V-teamers. And a big shout out to our colleague on the comms team, Chris Sirico, who led the way during this campaign. And of course, a big shout out to the V-teamers that Chris was able to highlight in this series. So we're taking a look back with Chris on this series, which explores what makes a V-teamer a V-teamer. Chris, take it away.
Kicking off this past June to celebrate Verizon's 20th anniversary, our My Why series has highlighted the Verizon journeys of dynamic and diverse V-teamers from around the world. For the final weekly episode of this series, appropriately enough, number 20 overall, let's take a look back at some of these incredible people and inspiring stories. Whether it's Keziah Timmons' dedication to creating a more accessible world for people with disabilities, Xavier White's LGBTQA+ advocacy and amplification, or Belinda Harris's commitment to the Women's Association of Verizon Employees, V-teamers don't just reflect Verizon's dedication to diversity, they bolster inclusion and empower opportunity. Just ask Shalana Robbins, Salt Lake City's first woman director in business, government, customer operations, as well as the first regional woman of color to hold that position.
I get to be that example to women, especially, and women of color. You can achieve anything that you set your mind to if you have the right kind of advocates and you put the work in. Very proud of that accomplishment.
As the Verizon credo states, we run to a crisis. After Hurricane Michael devastated Florida communities, Jonathan Montenegro led 150 V-teamers in regional recovery efforts. During and after 9/11, Nigel Loisy helped Verizon rush to support New York City's restoration. Among more than 10,000 military veterans on the V-team, Esais Edwards served 3 tours of duty with the U.S. Army's 160th MP Battalion in Afghanistan. And engineer Thomas Stobaugh called upon Verizon's powerful network to save some stranded hikers when his search and rescue team's radios faltered.
From the search and rescue teams and first responder standpoint, Verizon can and does save lives.
And our V-teamers continue to inspire. Consider the Herculean volunteering efforts of Caroline Anchetta, Zara Hore, Imelda Lukin, and Lynn Bugelsdyke, or the educational initiatives of Phil Puthamana and Alina Tofik, both of whom continue to foster the futures of young people in tech. We were also blown away by V-teamers' personal achievements. Jeff Arnold's journey of losing more than 200 pounds was inspired by the credo and continued with bariatric surgery, supplemented through Verizon's benefits plan.
My best was good for today, tomorrow I'll do better. Night and day difference, how I feel. It really changed my life.
I could go on and on about why V-Teamers love working at Verizon, but why do that when they can speak for themselves?
Verizon is a crazy cool company, I'm not gonna lie.
I just like how everything meshes into one big family.
I could not be more proud to be part of this organization and represent them every day.
If you're looking for a place that you can make an impact and use your creative talents to change the world, Verizon is definitely a place for you.
That's the kind of company that I want to work for.
If you really want to be here, this is the place to be.
Thanks for tuning in to the My Why series. While this 20th episode marks the end of the weekly edition of the series, stay tuned for future episodes that will continue to celebrate the Verizon journeys of other incredible V-Teams.
Hey, Chris, thank you very much. And congratulations to you and to all of our teammates who worked on our awesome My Why series. One thing that I walked away from hearing from all of our V-Teamers on the My Why series is how closely connected they are, not only to our work family, but their families as well. And so with that, I want folks to think about the loved ones that they'll be, I mean, let's be honest, we're still trying to figure out what we're going to do next week for the holidays, and hopefully everyone is staying safe. And I'm having conversations with my mom as well. And so one of the ways that we want to try and mitigate some of the sorrow behind what's happening and really sort of have a little fun and create that sort of loving environment that Thanksgiving deserves is that we want to send cutouts to not only yourself of your loved ones like our team has done for me, but maybe even a picture of you, a cutout of you to your loved ones and surprise them. So the call to action here for our V-Teamers is to go to the good mailbox, you know the email, good@verizon.com, and send us stories about your loved ones. Send us traditions, just things about your loved ones that you'll miss or that you're trying to navigate right now during these times. And we hope that we can help provide a cutout of you or your loved one that we can send during this time, during the holidays, so that we can really, find connection there. And I know that, I'll be honest with you, when this came, I was just like, all right, thanks guys. Thanks for the cutout. But honestly, having my mom here or this picture here really sort of helped warm my spirits. The only thing missing right now during Up to Speed with my mom in it is the dishes clanging in the kitchen. So Mom, this one's for you. There you go. So yes, we've got dishes clanging. Mom, I love you. If you're watching, thank you. And speaking of thank you, and in this season of gratitude, I do want to say thank you to everyone watching and the folks who may have watched on Wednesday when we talked about my COVID journey, which is still continuing. I'm continuing to get better and stay here at home in New Jersey, and I'm feeling stronger. And what you have done for me, V-Team, through your emails and your calls, texts, Slack messages, DMs. I've gotten so many, and I'm not going to cry this time, but I just want to say thank you because your love continues to heal me in so many meaningful ways, and it makes me think about all the small blessings in life that I may have overlooked before this diagnosis that I will continue to think about. So as we prepare ourselves for a challenging season of Thanksgiving, I will spend the weekend and the entire week thinking of all the ways that that this team and my family, both my family and my work family, has made my life truly special, and I hope that we can all do that together. I can tell you right now, each and every one of you watching, you are a blessing in my life. So thank you very much, and thank you. You saw this episode was full of our Up to Speed colleagues, and there are quite a few more who work behind the scenes as well, and they really helped pick up the slack when I was away and recovering. So thank you to our team. And I just hope that we can really think about that gratitude as we head into the holiday season. We will have more stories about gratitude, about the ways our leaders are feeling thankful, about the ways our V-teamers are feeling thankful next week. So please be on the lookout. But if you are taking a break and spending that holiday and finding ways to relax and unwind, just want to send a message to all of you to have a safe and joyous season of Thanksgiving. But please check in for more on Up to Speed next week. So as I mentioned on Wednesday, it feels good to say it once again. We'll see you again very soon next week. Until next time, friends, you're Up to Speed. Thank you so much.